They'll do whatever it takes to break free. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 prison escape films.
No one's ever busted out.
No one's ever made it. Everyone here has looked for a way out, but there ain't any.
Number 10, Victory. Inspired by a true story, this movie follows a group of Allied POWs during World War II as they plan an escape during a soccer match against the Germans. After enlisting the French resistance as help, the prisoners are given a way out at halftime.
Salut! Vite, vite!
But instead of leaving, they see the game through. Their victory on the pitch becomes even more significant when it allows them to slip away during celebrations. Number 9, The Count of Monte Cristo. This film adaptation of Alexandre Dumas' novel is a journey of adventure and revenge that kept audiences and critics highly entertained with its swashbuckling action. But it's naval officer Edmond Dantes' imprisonment in the Chateau d'If that interests us most.
Let's make a bargain, shall we? You ask God for help, and I'll stop the moment he shows up.
After fellow inmate Abu Faria is fatally wounded, Dantes pulls a brilliant switcheroo and secures his freedom by taking the place of his dead friend in a body bag. Number 8, Papillon. While Hollywood heavyweight Dustin Hoffman co-stars, it's Steve McQueen's portrayal of real-life convict Henri Charrière that steals the show here.
You starve. You should see yourself.
I was born skinny.
Your heart goes out to the man who's wrongly imprisoned for murder, but you feel for him even more when his ill-fated escape attempt lands him back on Devil's Island. When Charrière makes the final leap of faith towards freedom, you truly hope it'll all work out. Number 7, Midnight Express. This is a dark and brutal look at Billy Hayes' time in a Turkish prison for smuggling drugs. When his 4-year sentence becomes 30, the American student gets the shock of a lifetime.
What did you mean?
Billy!
Live!
Billy!
Live! For what?
Billy,
For
please.
what? For what?
This results in a disturbing breakdown that finally gives him the motivation to break out. By relying on survival instinct, Hayes executes a spur-of-the-moment escape that is so simple it works, and so does this film. Number 6, Cool Hand Luke. Thanks to its strong acting and realistic vision, this prison drama gave us several memorable movie moments and a hero of American cinema.
Sometimes nothing can be a real cool hand.
After landing in the slammer for alcohol-induced shenanigans, Paul Newman's defiant yet determined Luke must deal with the hard reality of a chain gang prison. After numerous failed escape attempts, things really go downhill, which leads to a final desperate act that shows he just wants to be free.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
Number 5, La Grande Illusion. In this masterpiece of French cinema, Captain de Boieldieu and Lieutenant Marical are captured and taken to a prisoner of war camp. Dealing with politics, class, and discrimination, the World War I flick sees prisoners coming together to build escape tunnels, though their plan is eventually foiled. But it's the captain's ultimate sacrifice, which helps his lieutenant and another prisoner to escape, which makes this haunting flick so moving. Number 4, Stalag 17. Adapted from a Broadway play written by 2 ex-prisoners of war, this excellent thriller follows a group of Americans stuck in a stalag with a spy in their midst.
What are you looking at me for?
With Oscar winner William Holden as suspected informant J.J. Sefton.
This ain't no Salvation Army. This is everybody for himself. Dog eat dog.
You stink, son.
Don't come off it!
What makes his escape so fitting is that he not only manages to clear his name, but by helping a rich prisoner in the process, he also gives the traitor exactly the end he deserves.
Let's flow, Chauncey. Let's.
Number 3, Escape from Alcatraz.
No one has ever escaped from Alcatraz.
This dramatization of one of the most famous and complex real-life prison escape attempts ever makes us believe the impossible is possible. After feeling for the prisoners as they endure depressing and difficult living conditions, we can't help but root for their success.
I may have found a way out of here. You looking at something?
With an elaborate plan featuring spoon-dug walls, handmade dummy heads, and raincoat rafts, who wouldn't want to see these jailbirds break free?
I wonder if they made it.
They drowned.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, The Shawshank Redemption. In this Oscar-nominated adaptation of a Stephen King novella, Andy Dufresne is a man forced to do time for a crime he says he didn't commit.
I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back. 1 for each of your victims. So be it.
And while his banking skills help keep him safe, and he's got friends like Red, conditions go from bad to worse.
Solitary, a month.
Yes, sir.
Hi. What's the matter with you?
Get him out of here.
Come, it's my chance to get out. Don't you see that? It's my life. Don't you understand? It's my life.
Get him out. Get him
It's
out!
my life.
It's the fact that Dufresne never loses hope that makes his unexpected but clever escape so well-deserved. And to us, unforgettable. Number 1, The Great Escape. The title of this aptly named film comes from Squadron Leader Roger Bartlett's ambitious, real-life plan to free over 250 prisoners of war from a German camp.
Well, not blitzing out 2 or 3 or a dozen, but 200, 300. Scatter them all over Germany.
It's a great bit of escapism for both the Allied soldiers and moviegoers alike, giving them something to live for while giving us some entertainment.
Oh boy, there's a hell of a lot of shooting going on up there.
It may not have a happy ending, but it's still a cinema classic. Do you agree with our list?
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Which is your favorite prison escape film? Be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com for more entertaining top 10s.